Okay, this is a slightly sanitized version of what I just recorded because I would be kicked off of YouTube if it were actually put in or put up. Russia needs to stop the war, and Russia needs to stop shooting civilians. One, it's a war crime. Two, it's not being done very effectively. If the United States were out to kill civilians, they would do a much better job than 10. If Zelensky wanted to kill civilians, he could do a much better job killing Muscovites than you were doing killing Kyivians. I mean, really. And he's not going to. He has the morality to, he has both the ability and the morality to lay waste to Moscow. He could probably invade and destroy the place without much opposition because your country is that badly defended. You think what he did was embarrassing? Last year was embarrassing. He could tragically destroy you with the weapons he has and the tactics he has. Quit while you're behind, Vlad. I mean, really. I mean, the reason people don't take over Russia is because the culture is not worth absorbing. Kind of like East Germany's culture. It's exactly the same. People don't smile at each other, and they would vote fascist if given the chance, because they are voting fascist. They're voting for you, Vladimir. Kind of like Hungary and Belarus. I mean, you're in that class of idiot. And we're making strides on small molten salt nuclear reactors. In a decade, we're not using your oil, we're not using your gas. So you don't have any natural resources that are needed by anybody but China. You should just give Eastern Russia to China. Their people are more similar than the Russians and than they are to the Europeans, and they at least will be able to make use of the materials. You don't have the industry to do it. So yeah, give up the Russian East and quit attacking the Russian West, and I guarantee you nobody will want what you have, because that little piece of because the Kievan Rus are now in the West, and the Moscow Rus aren't worth taking. Just not the people, not the land, not the culture, not the food. So nobody's going to invade you. You don't have anything anybody wants. Anything that you have is better off from anywhere else. So nobody's going to invade. You don't have to. You can let go of the historical paranoia that Russia has, and stop the war and quit trying to kill civilians. It's a war crime, and you don't do it well. Hopefully that they've got a. Ukraine has a good civil defense, so that's probably part of it. The other part is either the people who are shooting don't have it in them, or they're just bad at their job, or both. So yeah, stop shooting firecrackers. You look like Hamas. You're so ineffective. And yeah, Boko Haram is more effective at what they do than you are at what you do, Vlad. I'm sorry, but yeah, just stop. At least open the door to Ukraine joining NATO, because by all intents and purposes they have anyway. The only thing that is lacking is the fact that if they did, Moscow wouldn't be a ruin, but it wouldn't be in too good a shape either. So, and it could be a ruin. I mean, it took, look at what happened to that mountain in Tehran, or in Iran. That was a 30-hour operation against a mountain with not even half of the B-2 fleet. Okay. Moscow, even from a conventional attack, has no hope against American power. We just don't want it. We don't want to break your country. It's already broken. It's like Afghanistan. The old joke was, we're gonna bomb them back into the Stone Age, but it was ineffective because they already were there. Moscow's not much better. So, yeah, at least not socially. Yeah, it's got some stuff. It's got some buildings. It's got, it's a Western city. And it's a city that's better than anything in China. It's poor comparison. But yeah, it's not worth taking. Nobody's going to take it. So stop worrying about, having enlarging greater Russia so that you can feel safer. The only way for you to feel safer is just, pull back to your borders and get rid of these delusions that Russia's some kind of a great country. It's not. It's not even Russia. I mean, there are Russians living in the East, but they should move back over the Urals, or just speak Chinese, or whatever, or let the Kazakhstan have it, and the Mongols, and the Golden Horde reassert itself as part of a Chinese empire, which is about to fall too, by the way. It's falling even as we speak. So, Vlad's falling. Z has fallen already, and Trump's not far behind. So, just you can be the second to fall or the third to fall, Vlad, or you can not fall and stop this war. So, yeah, it's maybe you want to get killed and be removed by force. I don't know. But yeah, Vlad, you need to just stop it because you're not effective. Don't waste your missiles on civilian targets because you're not even killing the civilian targets. So yeah, just stop. Stop. Nobody wants to invade Russia. It's not worth invading, except the parts that the Chinese can get. They should you should just buy them from them, sell them, just to have money. Sell them that part of the world. Then you're not strategically vulnerable because then nobody really does have anything you want. Petition. You can't even join NATO because you don't have the kind of culture that would add anything to the European Union. Okay. You can be your European backwater like you already are, and just give up everything on the other side of the Urals. Nobody will attack you for what's left, and and allow a generation of somebody besides the Soviet security state to run the place, and maybe your society will develop into something that's worth integrating into the rest of the world. Right now, it's not. So, yeah, that's the long-term health of Russia. Stop. Resign. Flee to somewhere. Sell the Far East. And and don't let the security state elect the next president. And maybe, just maybe, Russia will be worth. Muscovy will be worth something to the world. Right now, it's not. And it can't even kill civilians. And every nation on earth could just, do supreme damage to your civilian population, but we don't want to break you because you're broken already. So, yeah, I'm disgusted with what you're trying to do, and it's, it's just, the whole situation's disgusting, and it's a self-inflicted wound, including why Muscovy's a backwater. it's not the resources, it's the people. Get people who smile at each other. Create a country where people smile at each other, where they're friendly to each other. Where the warm Russian heart really is unburdened by Putinism. So, if you're a patriot, just stop. If you're not a patriot, they'll stop you. And if they don't stop you, they're more pathetic than I think now. So, yeah. До свидания, buddy.